Hello there. Tonight's shave, we're going to be using my Maggard razors, purple swirl, synthetic, pretty much Plisson type knot, 24mm, fantastic brush, love the thing. And the soap tonight, it's Fine American Blend, new Fine American Blend. This was given me as a sample from a friend of mine. The stuff smells absolutely wonderful. I would call it a barbershop type scent, and it's just lovely. If it performs like it smells, it should be a pretty good soap. And the razor tonight that we're using is, once again, I used it a video or two ago, my Wade and Butcher Shoulderless with Koa scales. The reason I'm using this blade again tonight is I'm testing out a hone. I have a very old, I've had it 20, 25 years easy, probably longer than that. Old black, hard Arkansas stone. That's used to be pretty much all I used from, a little guy, from a child, from when I first started with knives and stuff like that. And I got away from them and started using the cheaper chrome oxide stones and stuff like that. They cut faster than the hard art did, and was easier. But anyway, and I just stuck that in a drawer and haven't used it in 25 years, except for when I first started straight shaving, and I would use it to kind of refine an edge that I come off, believe it or not, wet dry sandpaper, 2500 grit wet dry sandpaper. When I first started shaving with a straight, that was the only thing that I could get an edge on a razor sharp enough for me to shave. I would not recommend you do that. If you want to go anything like that, I would recommend that you use lapping film. It's a much better option. But when I started, I didn't have a clue about that. I just knew I couldn't get with the stones that I had, I could not get a straight sharp enough. And I used the scary sharp method. You can Google that or punch it into the YouTube search engine. You'll get plenty of videos on that. But I used that method to sharpen my chisels and my planes and stuff for woodworking. And I knew that I could get a really sharp edge on a straight razor using that method, but it needed something to kind of smooth the edge out, and that Archie did the job, so I thought that I would revisit it now. And this razor was honed on a 1K, 3K Suhiro, 4K, 8K Norton, and then 1 micron lapping film as a finisher, and fantastic edge. And I put about 600 passes on my hard Arkansas stone this evening. The last 50 or 60 was dry, and then stropped it up, and we're going to see what that did to the edge, whether they were good or bad. It may not be the proper kind of, I know it's not like a surgical black or any of the stuff that people talk about when they start talking about Archies and honing with Arkansas and stuff like that. I'm sure I bought the stone at like a sporting goods store or something like that. So I don't know. We're going to find out. So anyway, let's move on down. But I know that I used it when I first started straight razor shaving, and it did all right. But to be truthful with you, a lot of the reason that it worked was because I had no reference point for what a truly sharp straight razor should feel like. So I shave for a good year or even a little bit more off of an edge like that. And to be honest with you, they were pretty comfortable shaves. I'm trying to get this into a little ball I can put in the bottom of my bowl. But anyway, they were pretty good shaves, but I mean, nothing like what I'm getting now with the proper stones and the lapping film to finish and all of that. So, I mean, but, you know, we use what we use, and I guarantee you that, you know, our forefathers used all kind of methods to sharpen their straights, and they just shaved and didn't stress over it. So, but yeah, I'm interested to see what the Arkansas is going to give me. That smells absolutely lovely. I mean, really nice. Barbershop is definitely the right description, at least for me. What I'm going to do, I'm going to add a bit more water. And with these scents, they're not like a badger or a boar when you run your knot up under that water like that. You got to shake some of it out because it'll hide in that synthetic knot, and when you begin to splay it a bit, either in the bowl or on your face, it'll flood out into the bowl or flood out all over your face, and you'll have too much water. That's a lovely looking lather right there, the sheen. I don't know if you'll be able to see it, but there's a lovely, lovely type of sheen going on in this lather. And it's taking a little bit longer because I'm not hitting it with a lot of water. I'm working it slowly. Well, I am actually, to be honest, I am hitting it with water quite a bit, but I'm not. It's taking it really well, and lovely looking lather. So let's see. I got a little bit of soap left in the bottom of the bowl. I was trying to just use it all. Let's see. That's a good bit of lather there. Way more than probably I need for this shave. You can see I've got 3 or 4 days growth happening, which should test the edge of that blade well. That's lovely. Very lovely scent. Not super strong, but lovely. Beautiful, beautiful lather. That's just fantastic. Nice and creamy and white. And has a wonderful, wonderful sheen to it. Wonderful shine. That's just lovely. Let me dry my hands. And now if this does not go well on these first few strokes, I'll just change the razor. So, but you don't know. Okay. not quite as smooth as I was hoping for. I think that the edge I had on it to start with was much sharper. It's tugging. So I'm going to say that probably that Arkansas that I have is probably not, it's either not fine enough, not burnished enough, or I didn't do enough passes. Because I only did 600 passes and it's a small 4x2 stone. Hold on a minute. I'm going to try some Chromox and 20 or 30 laps on the strop. On some leather and see what that does for the edge. Just bear with me. I know this is a shaving video and a lot of guys might get a little bit of upset. Dude, I don't want to see you doing all that and just change the razor out and whatever. I understand what you're saying, but I have a tendency to try to fix things that are going wrong with the shave instead of just keeping on with it or whatever. And I want to see what this does. Hold on. Alright, that was 15 laps on Chromox and 50 laps on a leather strop. And that's really smooth. Lovely. Beautiful. That's like a whole nother razor. Love that. So, lovely. So not too bad. If I see, I didn't hit it with crops. Coming off the home. Which is not something I do all the time anyway. But Crocs meaning chromium oxide. But the Chromox smoothed that edge out and sharpened it, made it a bit keener, a lot keener actually, and turned a razor that was tugging and carrying on into something that was a pleasure to shape with. Lovely. A bit of residual slickness. Not bad. Lather's very stable. It actually, I think, needs just a tad bit more water. So let me, this lather, I believe, needs some more water. So I'm going to add that too. That's better. I can feel it. I can feel how the lather, a lot of times, the best way I can describe it is a lot of times if I get a lather that doesn't have enough water in it, and that's slicker than snot now. A lot of times when I get a lather that doesn't have a lot of water in it, or the proper amount of water in it, I should say, it feels like it's trying to suck the moisture out of my face. But when I get the water balance right, it's just a nice, soothing, easy, comfortable, even type of feel. And so, and that's super slick. So for me, that's kind of the benchmark. And if my lather was pasty and not quite as smooth, that might also have something to do with the edge and how that edge felt when I was doing that first pass. But anyway, it's the way that I judge whether a lather is ready or not. It's what it feels like on the face when I first put it on there, and does it feel like it's trying to suck the moisture out of my skin? And lovely. I didn't pay as much attention to that as I should because I was anxious to try the edge. And a hair or a piece of stubble of any kind left on that chin. Anyway, so in my opinion, as regards the little Arkansas that I have, it worked, but I'm not getting any better edge off of it than I would off of my 1 micron lapping film, and actually I believe the lapping film is a bit smoother. But then again, like I said, my lather was dry and all of that. So, but the Croc straightened that edge out, and it's really smooth now. I won't go back and touch up that edge. I'll shave with it until it starts to tug again, and then I'll touch it up. And that'll be a while. Nice smooth edge now. Lovely, wonderfully close shave. I'm going to finish it off with, this is a vintage Old Spice bottle, but it's got Procter & Gamble Old Spice in it, just so you guys know. In the interest of full disclosure, we're going to do that. Lovely soap. Beautiful. Creamy, slick lather, easily obtained. Wonderful, lovely cushion, just beautiful. All right, fellas. Fine accoutrements. Fine American blend. Wonderful. Good stuff. Bless you, and I'll talk to you later.